There's a huge amount of power and support and alignment and just good experience that happens when our soul purpose and our soul intention is really aligned and in sync with the human life that we're living. And this helps get that situation available to you in your day-to-day life. So to give you a little background, I've been doing this work for almost 20 years, working with people with shamanic work. And in that time, I've seen a lot around this concept. And the sort of map of how it usually goes, before we incarnate, we meet with a group of guides and we make a plan. You thought about, what would I like to accomplish? What would I like to experience? What parents do I want to come in for? What place on the planet do I want to be born into? And you make all those plans and you map these things out, and then you come and you start having experiences. And at the end of our life, we reintegrate with our higher self after death, and we meet again with these guides and we review, like, what went well, what was really different than what I thought, what do I still want to experience, what do I want to do next, this whole process. So what's amazing about the modern era is we have a different experience of being human. So back in the day, whatever commitment or decision you made, it was very common for people to live and die very close to the land they were born on. And it was very common that whatever you apprenticed in, whatever you skill or trade you learned, that was what you did and that was what your children did. And so there was a lot of commitment in staying with whatever was originally put in place. But in the modern era, we have so much freedom to choose again. We can choose again in our relationships. We can choose again in our line of work. We can choose again in where we live. We have so much ability to feel into how things are for us, how good a fit, how good an alignment, how are they working for us, and to choose again to go do something else, and to choose the people we're going to connect with. We're not bound to our original tribe. And that's amazing. But your soul purpose, this intention, may be really out of sync with the life that you're living, and nothing is wrong with either of those, but we want to take the opportunity to gather up all the information about what you now really want to create. Like if you were sitting down with that committee now, knowing everything you know about what's happening in your life and where it's going, what would be the intention that you set? What would you want to provide? What would you want to do with your time and talent? What would you want to experience in the world? And so in this process, you're going to take that information, gather it, bring it to your soul committee, allow them to update it for you, and return this information into your field with a current up-to-date version, and clear away all the information that's in your field that's informing you of an outdated soul intention. So this could be from this lifetime or past lifetimes. A lot of times we're just running programs of organized information that inform us to go in a direction that's no longer alive and authentic and true for us. And so I love doing this work. I've done it a lot of times in my life. It's sort of a thing that goes hand in hand with how dynamically I work with myself, and having tools that really fast track personal growth. So I'm not still chewing on the core wounds that I was working with in my 20s. I supervise them a bit, but they're pretty put to bed, and so there's this opportunity to keep expanding into new places. And it's really good. It's really good when new destiny paths keep opening up before us, new potentials, new possibilities.